Hello viewers, I'm talking about a flagship phone today. I'm going to talk about the things I find interesting in it and the things I would encourage you to have, especially the apps. Yeah, hopefully enjoy this video. Hello viewers, in this video I'm going to talk about a flagship. A flagship is, I think, a high-end phone. I own one right now. It is a Samsung S21. I'm displaying right now. I'm displaying the light mode, or the light mode of the phone. The light mode is good, but personally I prefer the dark mode of the phone. So I'm going to turn. I've gone into settings. Originally the phone is in light mode, so I'm turning it to the dark mode in the settings. It's under display, so I've turned it to dark mode. Yes. So I prefer dark mode whether day or night time. I prefer dark mode. I scroll at the bottom. I go to about phone. Under about phone there is battery information. Oh, I've gone to status information. Under status information, the phone shows me that at the bottom it is said rated direct current or DC 9 volts 2.7 amps. So that's the type of charging this phone needs. Yes. Before I had a 5 volts charger and it was telling me 11 hours to charge, but now until I realized that when I go into the about phone under status information, at the bottom I find the right voltage I'm supposed to use, the 9 volts. So I got a 9 volts charger. Yeah. So then about the battery information, there is a battery status, battery level, battery capacity of the phone. The battery capacity is 4000 milliampere. The battery level at the moment is 70%. I go back to settings. There's battery device care. Device care in Samsung, I think, is one which enables you to close all the apps that are opened. So you use optimize now if it is available. Sometimes you reach there and there's optimize now, it's not there. So but when it is there, you touch it and then to optimize the whole phone, so that it closes all the apps and then the phone is ready to use the battery at the lowest end. Then I have charging. When I got this phone, it was fast wireless charging was on, super fast charging was on, and fast charging was on. So, and I was draining my battery very fast, so I turned off super fast charging, and also I turned off fast wireless charging. The main reason is because up to now I don't have a wireless charger, and I don't have a super fast charging. Yeah, I only left the fast charging. In this phone I turned on the developers options. Hope it's where I'm going. Yeah, developers options. You get them by going to the build number and tap it over 7 times. Then it activates. I turned it on. I turned on the USB debugging. I turned on. Let me see. Okay, the other things you can turn on in developers option. Okay. Now I'm going to show you about the apps I find useful in the phone. I have an app called Ampere. This app helps me to know the amps the electricity the phone is using, and also when I'm charging, it enables me to know how good the charger is or not. So I use it. When it is in green, it means it's charging very well. Yeah. When it is in orange, it shows that the phone is losing power. And it's a free app. You can get it. You can even share it via Zenda. That is the first app. The second app is CPUZ. CPUZ gives me information about the phone. It shows me the RAM it has. It shows me the processor speed and all these other things. So I think it's something good to have. CPUZ. ES Explorer is another type of file explorer in a phone. It is useful to access your files, to see the folders instead of using the default apps. There's also File Manager Plus. I like it. Also, it does the same thing. Explore my files, see the different folders, and even delete things I don't want in the phone. So it is good. I always love those optional file explorers, so that because some default explorers hide some folders, so but these other ones, for them, they show everything. And then I have gallery. This one you have to look for it directly. The reason I like it is not the same as the Google Photos gallery, because this one I don't need to update it, yet I can access all the photos and the albums. And then I have lite. Lite, that one is just a social media platform. Music, there's this app for music. You have to look for it directly. I like how it organizes the songs and how it plays. It has albums, it has artists, playlist, and the main thing I like about it, the folder. It can play songs by folders, so I can go in the particular folder and place a songs from that particular folder, not everything that's in the phone. Then the next app is myappsharer. Now this one, unlike Xender, it uses Bluetooth. You can send any app to another person using Bluetooth. Also, I use it, especially if I want to send Xender to someone or other apps. I normally use it, though it is slower, but at least it's there and it is useful. Every phone has Bluetooth at least. A status app, this one helps you to store the status that you find on WhatsApp. Yeah, that's how you store apps, statuses of people or images and pictures. That's the status app. Then I have XPlayer video. Let me see. XPlayer video. This one I've just noticed it. I used to use MXPlayer, but MXPlayer seems to be more complicated these days. But this XPlayer video, what I found about it, it is open source. How can I call it? How can I say? I can send it to another person via Zen and it will work. I don't need to download it from Google Play Store. You can share it to another person who has a smartphone and it will work in that phone. It can play both video and can play music, but me, I prefer it for video. Yeah, and also it organizes the video. It can search through the different folders and shows you the videos that are there, so you can play per videos in a different folder. Yeah, so I prefer that option always, because I wouldn't like to play videos and she's playing everything that is in my phone, even cameras. So I would prefer I got maybe to the folder for movies, I play only the videos that are in the folder for movies. So that is the XPlayer video app. Web browser, this one I like the first earlier versions of web browsers. I don't want to use always Google, so I have these other web browsers to search internet. I have also WPS. This one helps me to read PDFs, Word documents, and other documents in a phone. Then another one is all the apps I'm talking about, they can be shared on a phone via maybe Xender. There's Super Microphone. Super Microphone, what it does is you can connect with a Bluetooth speaker, then your phone acts like the microphone, the speaker acts like a speaker, so you can use it even on parties. Though there is some bit of lag, but it can work. At least your voice is amplified. Then here I'm going to go to Secure VPN. Secure VPN, this one I use it to connect on internet and use Facebook, because in Uganda the Facebook is still locked by the dictate anyway. So that is it about Secure VPN. So we use it here a lot so that we can be online, though we don't need VPN for Instagram. Then I use the Launcher iOS. I began with iOS 16, Launcher iOS 15, 16, 17. Now currently there is 18. I like the new. I always use the latest, because the Launcher iOS app, what I like about it, it makes my phone look like an iPhone. Not that I don't like the Samsung, but what I like about this display is that to me iPhone is the most organized phone. Let me say like that. Yeah, I like the way it organizes the apps. So the Launcher iOS helps me to have the look of an iPhone in a Samsung. So that is a good thing for me. And all my apps are there. what I noticed with using the One UI is that some of the apps were hidden. I had to search for them to find them. They are already in the phone, but I can't see them. It's like it displays what it wants to display. But with the launch iOS, my phone is like an iPhone, and all the apps that I installed are displayed. I can always get them. Yeah. So I like the way it looks. So I normally put it in my phone. I want to talk about the cameras, though I'm not going to go into details, but what I wanted to share about this phone is that it has a director's view. Director's view, you can use all the cameras at once while recording. Just that I've not made a sample video, but okay, at least you've seen it. You go to the camera settings. Oh, sorry. Okay. You go to the camera settings, then can you record using two cameras, the front and the back at once. So that's the director's view. Then what do I want to use? Some of the games I love having in the phone. I have Asphalt Nitro. That's one of my favorite car games, at least in a mobile phone. For a computer, I use Need for Speed Most Wanted mainly. I think it's the game I play for a computer, the one of 2005. But for phones, Asphalt Nitro is one I find good, especially the cracked version, because at least you have all the points and everything. The next game I like playing on the smartphone is Water Salt Puzzle. This one I no longer find it on Google Play Store, but I have it at least, so maybe you could get it via other apps. Maybe APKPure can have it. APKPure.com.org. Yeah, so there you can look for it and find it. It's a good one. Actually, I call it my intelligence game. You have to use intelligence to play this game. Yeah, it is simple but challenging, and I like it. And then I also have Checkers. Yeah, so Checkers is basically draft. Another name for Checkers is draft. I like such games which I can play even when I'm in my bed, which don't need a lot of orientation and everything. So Checkers, even when I'm about to sleep, I can maybe play 5 games, then I close the phone and I sleep. So Checkers is a nice one. And in this phone, as you can see, it's very fast. You tap and it's like you can't even see when the other person moved. So that's one thing of having a flagship, even if it seems to be to be like 2 years old of it. At least a flagship is a flagship. It's not the same as these mid-range, how they call it, starting phones, the phones that okay, it's not like the phones that the cheap phones. Okay, to make it cheap, simple. Okay, another game I like to have is Bike Race, and this one is one of the games I found. I find it, actually, even if I have children, I can give it to a child to play it. It's a nice game, easy to play, easy to understand, and it has it is challenging, but it's very good. At least actually every phone I have, I normally put it there. It's one of the games I always love to have. Yeah, and you always like compete against yourself, so which is good. I think that's the best competition. Another game is this one is called Build a House. Build a House, and this one is a good one, but I think when you reach like I think the 7th level, they tell you up to connect to the internet, then you go to the next levels. But it is a good one. Any child could be interested in this, especially children who would maybe love to construct, say, when they grow up or something. You build a tractor, you build different construction vehicles, you wash them, you use them. So it's a good game. Actually, I think it's a constructive game. Though it's a construction game, but it's a constructive game. It's a game I would like every child to play. Yeah, whether they'll be constructors or not. I like how it is, everything about it. In my phone, I blocked all the ads, so I don't know if it has ads or not, but at least I enjoy it as it is. So it's a very good game, as you can see. I didn't use a screen recorder for this. I would actually have used screen recorder, but well, this is my first video about phones, so let us see how it goes. Okay, so we are about the build a house game. Yeah, so it's a nice one. I'd recommend everyone, okay, whether adult or young, to have it. It's a very good game. Yeah. Also I have Superbook, which is under CBN. Yeah, this is for everyone, all those people who love code. Yeah, it's a good app to have. You can play games, you can know about scriptures and everything about the Bible. Yeah. Then I have Super Matino. I wanted Super Mario. Okay, there's a time I downloaded Super Mario, but it wasn't working. I think it wanted me to be in America. So I got the option, which is Super Matino or Matino Adventure, and I preferred it actually more than Mario. It is open, you can play it anytime, they are not limited. I mean, you can always play it, so I like that, and it is very easy to understand. Yeah, though there are of course some things that I wouldn't recommend for children to see, but it's a good game. At least one game I like. It's an adventure game. So with that, I think I've concluded my first video about the first flagship. Thank you for watching. This is a concluding video. I made this video mainly to point out one point is that every phone you get, you should look out for the battery, for the, how they call it, battery information, or because you have to know. Here it was under status information. Most of us are used to the phones that use 5 volts, but these flagships, I think we're going to reach a level whereby a flagship can use 12 volts because of fast charging options. So this particular phone uses 9 volts. My chargers that I had, actually I have like over, let me say 5 chargers, but all of these chargers use 5 volts. So what happened is that when first time I got it, I put it on my chargers. I have a USB, I've had USB cables at least, so it told me 11 hours to be full. It was a very frightening moment. But then when I checked to the phone, I reached that place which had status information. Then at the bottom where it is rated, then I discovered that I needed a 9 volts charger with 3 amps, because this one wanted 2.7 amps. So I was able to get a 9 volts charger that uses 2 amps, and then also it has an option of 12 volts at 1.5 amps. So with that, at least the phone now began to charge normally. Actually right now I think the phone takes around 1 hour, I would say 50 minutes to be full from 0 to 100. Yeah, so which is a very good thing, not the 11 hours it used to tell me. So all I wanted to point out mainly is that always first ensure you make research about the phone, especially to know which charger it uses, because these days they no longer give us chargers. And so once you get to know about the voltage and the amps, you can easily know what to buy in the market. So that's the main reason I made this video, that the newer phone you get, first make research about the charging so that you can know which charger you're going to use. Alright, that's the main point why I made this video.